CT. What I wanted to do this morning was just kind of look at making a Telnet client or copying a Telnet client. Alright, maybe I'll make it. I don't know. But anyway, making a Telnet client and looking at the Telnet server code that I kind of stole. So let's see what's going on. I don't know what I minimized, but I don't think it was anything important. Yeah, it's this guy. Alright, that's okay. He can be minimized. You two have to be in the background. Alright, Unity Network Engine. Alright, so last time we worked on this, not this, this Telnet server. Yeah, that's okay. I'm not too worried about it. And so from this Telnet server, I can open up a PuTTY, make a local Telnet, and it says Telnet test server, input password. So the weird thing is I can type in some weird password like ABC. If we look here on the server screen, like it gets this whole bunch of junk. Then it has the ABC, and I'm not exactly sure what's happening. It might be something with PuTTY, it might be something else. But then the second time, it actually just receives ABC. So with this Telnet server, it had LEET as the password. And so here we go. We are LEET, and then now we can have to enter some valid commands. So ABC is not a valid command, but I know test is a valid command. It says hello there. And finally, I think get rect is a valid command, and it just doesn't show anything. So that's it. But you can't even quit. So yes, but if I close this, this will go disconnect, or I can kill the client from here. I guess it's more exciting. So if I said kill, well, alright, I can say clients, right? And it says, oh, okay, you got a client here, he's number 1, and I don't know. Oh, nice, it even said when he connected. Nice, nice, I like it. Anyway, you can say kill 1, and he's gone. So very cool. I like that a lot. It wasn't too much code. The hardest part of it. Oh, you know what I realized? The music's not in its own window. So I'm gonna go ahead and minimize that. Put that here. Okay. Cool. So, RMG. Hey, what's up, fanboy? How's London Dare going, dude? So start. So we got the accept. Socket. Alright, cool. Everything's looking pretty good. But alright, instead of using PuTTY, I'm going to try to make my own client, because we're going to have to use the client, especially within Unity, so we can connect to our server. I'm being streamed. What do you mean? Okay. Get some stuff up on my right hand side. Alright. So one thing I really did want to take a look at though is this thread that it makes. So it makes this background thread, but then it says it's not really background. So okay. So it's an infinite loop. Awesome. Yep, you're getting a client list and you're reading a line. So this is the basics. You're making a line. And so once you read a line, if the input is clients, oh, it just puts it as inputs. Okay, cool. If clients equals 0, just continue, don't say anything. I'd say there are no clients connected or something. Why don't I do that? Console. No, Cortana. Alright. So what am I doing? It just said continue. Oh, it just basically continues this loop. I will do that, just we'll do it here. Console.WriteLine. There are no clients connected. Is it a right line? Yeah, let's do a right line. Alright, so there are no clients connected. And then we're gonna continue here. Basically, start reading the next line. Alright, not bad. Pretty easy. So client number equals 0. For each client in the client list, we're going to go ahead and add the client and the client value, and then it's going to give me the information about the client. Okay. So client number plus plus. Yes, yes, that's all looking pretty good. Oh yeah, dude, I wish there's a way like I can just automatically get Nightbot to come in without me having to check him out all the time. Like, I don't even remember what this program's called. It's, oh my gosh, why can't I think of it? Nightbot. Oh yeah, it's called Nightbot. Duh. Nightbot.tv. Join. Ahaha, now he is part of the channel. Alright, anyway, so if client counts is 0, yep. If client counts isn't equal to 0, then there's multiple clients in here, and so we're going to get their value, plus plus, and then you're going to iterate through each one and just say, hey, client number 1, number 2, number 3. And then it's kind of the same thing here. Alright, I got to figure out what's going on. Oh, cool. So it basically splits your kill and basically the next argument. So, like, what this does is if I had, like, kill 1, it would split this into 2 objects in the array, and it'd do, you can grab the second one by doing this input 1 right here. So, okay. So, int 1, out client ID, and client IDs within the keys. Wait, let me just see if I understand this. Alright, you're going to try to get an int out of this, which makes sense. And you put that into this client ID. Alright, no problem. And client ID is greater than or equal to client list.keys.count. That's the one I'm trying to understand right here. Because you're going to have a list of clients, so if there's like 2 clients, and you're saying, hey, if the client ID is greater than that, is that right? I don't know if I trust that. This is greater than or equal to the count. I don't know. Because, alright, let's say I put 1. Or let's say I put 3, right? And there's 3 clients in there. Okay, no. Let's say there's 3 clients in there and I put 1. This would be 1. This would be 3. This wouldn't run, right? And then it says cannot. I'm going to do that. I'm going to put a couple clients in here. Alright, Band Boy. I'll check you out in a bit, dude. Let's keep going. Let's do this test that I said I was going to do. So we have this. So if I did clients, it's going to be. Oh, let me go ahead and use my new code just because. Why not? Alright, cool. I'm going to say clients. There are no clients connected. There's not clients connected. Okay, yeah, let's change that. Okay, you're running. I understand. Alright, let's get a few instances of putty going. So that's going to be under my D drive. Apps. Putty 1, putty 2. Oh, we get putty 2 and go on. Alright, so we got 2 instances of putty. Open 1, open 2. Alright, so I'm going to say test. 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 Alright. So far so good. I'm going to say clients. So right now the list of clients is 2, right? I'm going to say kick 1. Nothing happens. And that's because I think this error. Background thread. Where you at? Here you go. Alright, so I'm going to stop you. Everything got closed. It's fine. I'm going to say less than or equal to. Yep. and there are no clients connected. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Ba-ba-ba-bum. What am I thinking? Alright, so if you're within the keys, which this I think makes much more sense, go ahead and say current client equals 0. Socket, current socket. So you're going to say for each client list keys to array. Current client plus plus. And then if you get to the actual ID, shut down both current socket. Alright, not bad, not bad. Alright, otherwise, could not click client, invalid. Yep. Catch, cannot. Okay. Yeah, see, I don't like doing it this way, this for each thing here. So this is what I'd like to do instead. And I don't know if this is personal preference or whatnot, but this is what I do. I say for int I equals client list dot keys dot count, or I could just do client list dot count, right? -1 I greater than or equal to 0 I minus minus. And this way you're working backwards from the list, kind of a trick I like. And then you just say socket current sockets equals current sockets dot equals client list dot values I. There you go. Or is it dot get? Should be fine, right? Like, because you're an array, right? Values is I forget. Darn you, I forget what you're returning. Oh, it's a key collection, right. Dot get. I don't remember. I guess the for each makes more sense in this case. It's a dictionary. I thought it was like literally a list. Alright, my bad. So I am undoing that. Forget that whole loop thing. It's a dictionary. It's not a list. Alright, so for each. There we go. I think I could do it like that, right? Yeah, that's cool. Alright, so for each current socket in the keys, shut down the socket, close the socket, remove the socket from yep, and then delete it clients plus plus. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. I buy it, I buy it. Alright, very cool, very cool. So now I'm going to play my Telnet server. Server socket listening, awesome. Alright, let's do a few instances of putty right quick. Putty 1, putty 2, open, open. Alright, cool, so we got 2 clients on here. Still got to figure out why this gets all this junk in the front of it. So the first input I do every time gets a whole bunch of junk, then the actual string. But then I can say like ABC, and there we go, ABC, there we go. And then finally, we can put the actual password, which is leet in numbers. And then we're logged in. Test, hello there. Test, hello there. Get wrecked. Nothing. Enter valid command. Alright, cool. It's doing what it needs to do with, and it's giving it to the right clients. Alright, good deal. Like it a lot. Like it a lot. And let's see. Oh, you know what I want to check? If I can kill all the clients. Alright, cool. So we got all these, both clients. If I say clients here, I should have 2 clients. Kill all. Oh, it only did 1. Yeah, right? I'm gonna do it like that. Alright, 4. I think I'm gonna go back to what I was doing. Int I equals client list dot, I'm just gonna count I -1, I greater than or equal to 0, I minus minus. And then delete this one. Then we'll just say socket current socket equals client list dot keys dot to array I. And it's not actually keys, it's more of a values thing. What's wrong with that? Oh. Oh. Oh, you are the keys. Okay. So, sorry. Yep. Socket. That makes sense. And just to test, I can't do that, right? That's not legitimate. Alright. Oops. Undo everything I just did there. Alright. That should work. Let's give it another shot. 1 putty, 2 putty, 3 putty. Alright. Open, open, open. Alright, so we have 3 putties. Clients, 3 clients, kill all. Sweet! Alright, that's good. It's very nice. Alright. So the magic here is this line that handles the whole background thread, and this in the loop, and then finally actually do some stuff depending on the input. Not bad. Alright, I got the code. So now I understand the server. Let's see if we can make a client. And I might try to steal some of the server code to make a client. So here we go, Unity client. I'm going to delete the stuff. Oh, actually, client program probably needs to be intact because it has the main, but the other one does not. So alright, let's delete this guy. So stop this. And while I am actually thinking about it, let's go ahead and just run the server in the background. So I'm going to go here, server, minimize it. Alright, server's running no matter what. Alright, client program. So I kind of want to make a client class, so let's do that. New item, client class. Nice. So server. We're going to take a lot of the server code and put it in the client. Oof, but you know what? I don't know exactly how the client works. So let's get some Internet Explorer going on, or Chrome, or whatever I'm using. Alright, here we go. Let's see, C#, asynchronous, socket, client. Yes, please. Yes, the example would be wonderful. Really, I just want to see this stuff right here. So, okay, I'm going to emulate it here, though. Alright, so client. Let's steal the commands here. So I got servers. So I'm gonna have client start accept, or maybe client start connect. Let's do that first. So those are the functions we're gonna need. We're gonna need the constructor. Constructor. We're gonna need start. We're gonna need connect. And we're going to need a connect callback. Because we're using asynchronous functions, we don't know exactly when it actually connects. So this is going to be when you start connecting, and this is going to be when you're finished connecting. So, alright, good deal. So, let's start implementing some stuff here. Steal some stuff from the server, like the endpoint. Oh, maybe not the endpoint. It's a little different for the client. Alright. I'm going to just copy the code here from MSDN. And this is actually going to be localhost. Oh man, my voice is all messed up this morning. Alright, is that not a thing? It's obsolete. Please use what? Get host entry instead. Let's figure out how to use that. DNS .get host entry. Okay, and it's the same thing. Is that all you wanted me to do? All right, not hard. All right, so it wants a port, and right now there is no port. So let's go ahead and make a port. So how do I do that? Control period, generate a field. It's an int port. This is going to be Telnet, so I'm going to make it 23. Great. So we are connecting, or we're starting to connect. All right, so it's gonna tell me to use this, but I'm not really using this. All right, let me see where I'm drawing the line here. When I do and start here, making the socket and start, and then I'm actually doing the command in here. I will do the same. Alright, so sockets is a different class. I think instead of address family internetwork, I can just say remote EP dot address family. Yep, there we go. There we go. Socket stream. Alright, that looks good. Just kind of looking between the server and this. I don't have to listen or anything right now, so all I got to do now is connect. Alright, great. And so when I connect, I really think I should make this a field I can use. Generate field. It's a client. Alright, so I'm going to say client.connect asynchronously. And E. Yes. Alright, so here's the thing. I'm going to need this, what this is called is a asynchronous socket async event args, and so that's going to be a class that just holds a whole bunch of arguments between the asynchronous connections, right? So I've created a pool of them, but I've made it here in the Unity server. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this over in the shared network area. And all this is, just to take a quick look, it's a pool's a stack, and honestly, that's quite it. And it takes an object constructor so that it can, so you just say, hey, give me a pool of 10 socket event args. And so all it does is construct 10 whatever you put in it. And then just makes it available for you to take and put back in. So to explain what I'm doing, maybe it's easier to say by example. When I actually construct the client, I'm going to make a pool, right? So there's going to be a pool of, let's see, it's going to be a new pool. You won't really know what this is. And I bet I'm not even referencing the shared. Yeah, I am. Oh, what about you? Yeah, okay. So you should be able to see this class. Oh, no, because the namespace. Sorry, thought I forgot the namespace. This should be Unity Shared Network. Alright. My bad. Alright, so now you should be able to see. Maybe you should be able to see. Bleh. Anyway, what if I just said Unity Shared Network dot pool? I'm still missing something. Alright. So I'm going to say var. You still don't see this, huh? Alright. You should see this. Maybe I just compile it right quick. So if I go here, hit build, F6, and then come back to client. Come on, pool! Oh. That's a different story. You should be public. Appa! Why can't you do what I asked you to do? Public. That was my bad. Alright. So now you're accessible. Oh yes. Perfect. And then we can just say using Unity Shared Network. And then we're going to make a pool of the socket event async args. And so how many of them we want? I'm going to just put 10. I think we get away with like 3 to 5 because, okay, one's going to be for the connection. And one's going to be for like receiving stuff, one's going to be for sending stuff, and they're going to be like going in and out. So honestly 3 would probably be okay, but you know, you can have 4 or 5 just for some backup, and I'm going kind of overkill with 10, I think. I mean, I'm not a pro on all this, so I don't know. So, okay, my delegate here is going to return a new socket async event arg. Oh, and so this is the constructor that it needs. So it's got to be a function, so that's why I'm making a delegate. And so if I go back to the pool, what it'll do is it'll create, for every number of objects, it's going to push a new instance of that object onto the stack. So there you go. That is the pool. So alright, now we got a pool. So this is how we're going to roll with it. We're going to say, hey, you, give me oh, this is what I want to do. I want to make this a field. So now we got this pool up here, and now we can just say pool dot pop. Give me a new socket async event arg from the pool. And then once you have that, you got to do one special thing. So this is an event, right? So e.completed is an event. So what you want to do is put this connect callback once you're completed here. So connect callback. Great. I'm doing it wrong because it needs to take some arguments in. So I'm just gonna delete it and let Visual Studio handle it. So yeah, you got the sender and the socket event args. Awesome. Okay. And there you go. We can get rid of this guy because that was the old way to handle it. And now we're connecting. So we got a client. We're saying, hey, connect to localhost. Great. And then you're going to do something. So much like this is going to accept connections. Once it actually gets somebody, it's going to do a whole bunch of stuff. I assume we're going to be doing something very similar. So okay, I'm going to look back at this guy. So once you begin connect, you're going to do connect callback. Okay, cool. So I'm going to just steal this code. Alright, so with the connect callback, this is what it's going to be trying to do. It's going to get the socket, okay, but instead of this socket, it's going to be getting e.accept sockets, because everything happens now in this event args. And the reason that I think .NET went this way was because they wanted these reusable, like, classes or structures or whatever. So you don't have to instantiate a new, if you look at this code, this one always instantiates a new async result every time. So like for low level stuff, I mean a low number of client stuff, it's no problem. But if you're gonna go like to the hundreds and thousands, you kind of want to use this reusable pool of event args. So yeah. So here we go. We got a client. We got the accept connection. We don't have to end the connection because it actually runs this automatically if you use this async function. Okay, so now you're going to say, hey, someone connected. Wonderful. I might change that to the format that the other one does it. And then signal the connection. Signal that the connection has been made. I don't know. I don't think I've had to do that. Oh, so I got two E's going on here. Let's not have. Well, let's just call you exception. There we go. Alright, now I'm going to kind of seal the server stuff just in case I'm missing something here. And I am already. I already see it. Alright, so I'm going to put this at the top. Alright, when you come back, if you're coming back from an event and you know you shouldn't have that event continuously subscribed, make sure you unsubscribe from it first thing you do when you come back. So that's good. New clients. Oh, you're not going to be keeping track of clients, so you'll be okay. Yep, we're doing that. Alright, we're not keeping track of clients. Not keeping track of clients. We'll be doing something similar to that, so keep an eye out for that. I'm not generating messages for the client to see, so not keeping track of clients, not keeping track of clients. Okay. So, I really think this is kind of where we want to be. So what did you have? You had socket connected to O. And you're using the remote address and the remote port. Let me do that too. So I can do that, right? I could do something like that. What if I said whatever, I think I'm okay with this. I should have just not worried about it. Alright, that's good. Alright, once I'm done here, I want to start receiving. So I'm just going to make a command. So I connect it, now I'm listening to what the server has to say to me. So let's go. I think that's what it's going to tell me to do at least. So connect callback and connection. Yeah, when do you start receiving? Okay, so basically you connect. Oh, and then when you set connect done, it continues on with the code. Oh, so it's going to send something. I don't think that's how I have it set up, though. So I am going to go down here. Let's just receive whatever it has to say. Alright, so receive. It's like, I don't know how to do receive. Let's tell it how to do receive. Alright, so receive. If I go down here, receive. I think we're going to have to do some stuff. I may steal the state object thing too. Maybe. Let's go steal that state object thing. Let's put this here at the end. State object. Let's take a look at the state object. I'm going to take out some of the comments. So that's the client, the buffer size, the buffer, and a string builder. Okay. So all it's doing is creating a buffer, which I'm going to need, and work socket is going to be the socket, I guess, and the string builder is going to help me make that a string. Okay. So let's go to receive. So create a state object, no problem, I guess. I don't like creating things, I like getting it off a pool, especially with network stuff, because that's going to continuously get stuff over and over and over again. Alright, this is where we're going to change it up a little bit. So we're going to say client dot receive async, and it's going to need that E. So we're like, okay, where are we going to get that E from? And you already know. You already know. We get it from our pool. So socket async event args E. Let's get it from our pool. Pool dot pop. Oh. I guess the other thing we can do here is, I guess we're not connecting anymore. So once we're done here, we should be able to say pool dot put push E, and now you can use it later. Nice. Alright, great. So going back here, we're working on this piece of code. When you complete it, you're going to do a receive callback. So this is when you're done with your receiving. Go ahead and generate that method. And so generate that method down here. Is that right? It's not right. Sorry. Don't put this thing there. There you go, that's better. I'm used to seeing sender and then the event args. Okay. Client receive async E. Excellent. But notice here, there is a buffer that we really need to set up. So that's a function here in E. And we can do two or three things. Buffer, offset, and count, and that's how I'm going to handle it. So that's going to be that state.buffer state. I'm used to having a state.offset and a state.remaining. And let me show you how I'm going to do those things. So the buffer size is fine. The offset, I'm going to say initially is 0. Alright. So notice that's 0 in remaining. We're going to make one simple function here. And then this is going to be append. And I think it's going to just be a string. I'm not quite sure yet. So offset is going to plus equals. No, I think it's going to be a byte array. Byte. And I'll just call it message. So I'll say message dot length. Remaining is going to be minus equal message dot length. And sb dot append. I'll have to figure that out later, but I think that's going to be something to do there, and I'm pretty sure I'll figure that out in a sec. Okay, maybe in the code it'll have something that'll help me out. So there we go. Now we got offset remaining, and that's awesome. So we got a buffer. And then you say client. Oh, yep. Semicolon. And then you can receive asynchronously. Great. I like it. Alright, that looks good. So we're making a new buffer object. All good, all very nice. Alright, sorry, just thinking. Let's go back to this guy. We're doing the receive, so we're setting up the buffer and did all that. Awesome. Now we're going to do the receive callback. so this receive callback, let's see what it's doing. It's making another state. Oh, okay. It's going to continuously use the state object. So for us to do that, how we're going to pass it, everything has to live on this E. So on this E, there's this thing called user token. So user token is just a way you can actually put your own class in there. So there's only one variable that lets you do that, but you know, it's a whole, you can put a big object on it, so that's nice. So this user token, we're going to just say is equal to the state. And that's how you can get this user token in the receive callback. So E is like, this socket event arg E contains everything that you need to do for every operation, which is nice. Alright, so the state object is going to be E.userToken. Yep. So we get the user token, we get the client. Nice. We don't have to say this end receive thing. Alright, so here's the deal. If bytes read, which I can see I should have done something here. Bytes read. Alright, don't worry about it. Instead of bytes read, it's going to be e.bytes transferred. If it's greater than 0, it means you got data. But if it's not greater than 0, it means that you are disconnecting, right? I don't know what this is doing. Oh wait, no, that's on the server side. On the client side, I don't know. So I will not forget what I said. Don't worry about it. Alright, so I'm going to steal this. I'm stealing this. And I'm putting it here. So I'm going to say string builder.append encoding. Okay. This is actually just be int bytes read. Don't mind me. Bytes read, bytes read. And it's going to be buffer. It's going to be offsets and bytes read. So make sure you do all this afterwards, because you're going to do it first, this first, and then you're going to change your offset and your remaining. So, okay, buffer, offsets, bytes read. Nice. Okay. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So now we can just say state.append e.bytes transferred. And then, oh, we're going to receive again. Oh yeah, one other thing is nice. You can probably do a bytes public void reset. And so what reset will do is I know it won't really matter here, but for later. Reset will do this, buffer, offset will equal 0, and remaining will equal buffer size. But we're not reusing it, as I see here. But if you were to reuse the state object, like putting it back in a pool or something, you'd want to reset it when you put it back in the pool. That way you can start with a fresh buffer, and it'll be great. Alright, cool. Alright, so now we can just say receive. Alright, so if bytes is not equal to 0, we're going to say, hey, is the length greater than 1? If so... So I guess the server submits a bytes transferred equals 0 when it's done with the message. So that's why you get this response. Alright, so response is going to be equal to this. I guess response is something at the top here, because I don't actually see it. Response is, who knows, response. Here we go. It's a static string. Gotcha. I'm not going to make it static, but I'll definitely make a field for it. And I'm not using threads like that, so that's cool. You already have a thing, so I'm going to make you exception. Alright, am I missing anything? Make it kind of my format here. Remove the unnecessary parentheses, except the try and catch. I'll leave those. Okay. So I got my receive callback. Where are we next? We already did the connect callback. Oh yeah, sorry. Receive callback. Oh, and the send, right? That makes sense. Because they connect, receive, and send. Makes perfect sense to me. Alright, so let's say private void send. And I think they had socket and a message, right? String message. So this is how we're going to send it, right? Or it's called data. Alright, that's okay. So in some parts the socket event args is good. Sometimes it's not as good as this one. At least in the condensing format, right? So we're going to convert this into a bytes, which is fine. So I'll just say the message instead of that. Okay, so byte data is that. Alright, so instead of that begin send, we're going to do send async. And it's going to want that E. So where are we going to get that E from? You know where we're going to get that E from. So it's going to be a socket async event args. And we're going to get it from our pool. Pool.pop. Okay. E.completed plus equals I see I messed up here. E.completed minus equals. Don't forget to put this unsubscription on here, otherwise crazy things can happen. So on all your callbacks you want to make sure you have the event minus equals. At least that's how I like to have it. So plus equals send callback. Alright, cool. What am I doing next? Okay, send callback, that's fine. Oh, I think I gotta... Is this how I send it? I forget. I think so. I think I gotta set the buffer again. So I'm gonna say byte data 0 byte data dot length. Is that all I need to do? Let me look at the receive again. I did completed the byte data. Oh, if I need the state. I don't think there's a state that I'm passing. Okay, no worries. And that's it. Alright, cool. So now we should be good from here. So that's how you do the send. And then we're going to do the callback. So it's a little more complicated than the other one. It's only 2 lines. That one's like 4 or 5 lines. Oh well. I just like this one better. Alright, send callback. We're going to try... Alright, the client is going to exist. Oh, so it doesn't know. We're going to need the socket. So e.userToken is going to equal to... Oh, never mind. Client already exists in the as a private member variable, so I'm not too worried here. Not too worried there. Don't need to end it because it does it automatically. It's just going to tell me, hey, you sent something. I think I can do bytes transferred here. And then the exception. Okay, I think that's our client. So we start, we connect, We can receive and we can send. And they should be pretty modular or separated, non-overlapping. I don't know what I'm trying to say. But okay, you connect and you just start listening, right? You start receiving. But then we're going to make another event arg, and that's going to send some stuff whenever we're ready to send something. I don't even think I'm using this. Is that right? If that's the case, I can just delete that, right? Yeah, alright. So I'm just using client anyway. Nice, nice. Very nice, very nice. Didn't really use that reset function either, but that's okay. Alright, I think I got it. Now we actually got to kind of make the program itself. So we got the client, let's do the client program. So client's going to be a new client. Wonderful. Okay, Silent Deadly 96 says, by the way, debugging for way too long might break the async connection between the server and the client. Oh, I don't know, maybe. I haven't even thought of that. And what do you mean by debugging? Sorry. Alright, so we have a new client. I'm going to start the clients. And really, when I say start the client, I think it just connects, right? Yep, it connects. And then it starts listening. Then I'm going to take a page from this other book, this program, from this program, and make this crazy background thread, which is awesome. So, okay, this background thread is my hero. So I'm copying all of this, but I'm only going to need a fraction of this, at least to begin with. Alright, so I definitely need the thread classes. Alright, should be okay. Okay, so while true, client list, I'm not keeping track of clients in this one. So I think all I want to do is send. I think. So, okay, my background thread is just going to listen for inputs. And, oh gosh, I hope I'm right. Alright, so instead of making that a local variable, let's make this a member variable. Is that right? Okay. And I should be able to say client.send. Oh, I made it private, didn't I? This should actually be a public. So this is bad programming a little bit because I'm not really checking if I'm connected or anything. So if for somehow you're able to type in a command faster than you're able to connect to the server, this would just crash. Oh, sorry, Silent Deadly. I mean, whatever your breakpoint for your program and check for stuff. Debugging wasn't the correct word. Oh yeah, I got no. Debugging was right. Yeah, I wasn't doing breakpoints though. But I understand, like, if you hit a breakpoint in between like a send and receive or something, and it's too long, it might time out or something. And I know there's like built-in timeouts here. All right. Anyway, this thread is gonna just loop forever, and you're just gonna get commands, and hopefully you just send them, and then the client will do something. I feel like it should also, when you receive stuff, what's happening when you receive stuff? Receive callback. Like, shouldn't it print out this stuff? Like, should I write the response to the console or something? That's the other thing. So when I connect, I don't know if it's going to print it out to the screen or anything. So let's see if that's something that's here on the... When we're receiving. Console write line. Maybe it's up here. Oh yeah, here we go. It writes it here. Alright, so this is what else I could do. Alright, this is going to be a little bit different here. Gonna need the brackets. Alright, we're going to say on received response. So now you're telling me or asking me, what are you doing? I want to make an event. So I'm going to make an event here. And basically, this is going to print out to the console whenever I receive data. So public event args. Yeah. You know what? Even better. I'm just make my own delegate. So let's go ahead. Do I have to say public delegate? I forgot how to do everything already. What am I doing? Alright, public delegate void on receive handler string message. Alright, so that's the delegate, and then we get to make an event out of it. So public event on receive handler on receive. I misspelled that totally. On receive. And this is just going to be equal to a blank delegate if, just so I don't have to do the null checks. So on receive delegate. Alright. There we go. So we have an event that launches every time we receive data. So we can subscribe to that in the program, the other program, client program. Here's the other thing we're going to do. Client plus equals. We're going to say receive data. And that is not what I wanted to do. I want to make a new method. Generate. Really? Alright, let's just do it here. Private static void receive data string message. Alright. What's going on? Plus equal operator cannot be tied. Oh, yeah, I forgot to put the actual. Yeah, that might help, right? The actual event. So, okay, on receive data. And then all I'm going to do is just say console.write, write line, I guess, message. So whenever we receive data, just put it to the console. Makes sense, I guess. Okay. Now what do I do? Launch this program, I guess? What I'm going to do also is I'm going to, in here, just make a copy of this, run the copy. That's fine. Alright, let's set this as the default project. Put this off to the side for now. There's errors. You're telling me there's errors. Let me fix them. Oh, it's not on receive. It's just on receive. Yeah. Better. Start that up. I think I forgot to do something. Yep, I totally forgot to do something. I forgot to like somehow. Alright, so how do I get all this working? You. Socket async event args. Yes, whatever that is, give me that. But you know what I really want outside of that? Yeah, give me sockets. Where's my socket? Socket. Oh, did I minimize the timer? That was my bad. Connect async. Connect async. Where are we at? Here we go. Hopefully you have an example for me. Is my hope. Alright, so we need the IP endpoint to be this remote endpoint. No problem. Let's do it. So this could be e dot remote endpoint equals remote endpoint. And that's it. I think that's all I need to do. Let's give that a shot. Yeah, I mean, I see what you're saying, I just don't know. 51. Alright, so you're saying at 51... it's not accept socket. It's like... Oh, what am I doing? You're already set. I don't need to do any of that.
Don't concentrate on the finger or you will miss all that heavenly glory.
A request to send or receive data was disallowed? Because the socket's not connected. Okay. 49. Alright, a request to send or receive data was disallowed. I don't think so, right? Like, this is not doing anything. Alright, what if I just comment you out? Nothing's happening. Alright, let's debug this. Let's go F10. Make a new thread. That's okay. Make a new client. Let's start doing this. So we got a remote endpoint. The address is just kind of blank. I don't know what's happening here. Okay. If I got an event arg, and you have like a remote endpoint, and you have a complete it. Alright, I'm gonna say this thing. DNS dot that thing got messed up. Alright, I'm gonna just do it like that. Let's see if that helps any. Come on, just connect. It's right here, it's ready. It's ready for you. Port 23, yeah, that's good. Alright, let's step through this one more time. F10, F10, F10. F10, F11, F10, F10, F10. Okay. Looks a little better at least. Get a new socket. Jump in here. Alright, so we're connected. It's like it's not like connecting for some reason. Oh, why not? Oh god, okay. Well no, it's obviously connecting. Alright, let's look at the server, cause something's off. Alright, so we accept the connection, awesome. Everyone's happy. And immediately you send something to the new client, alright? And I'm just go ahead and name this client socket just so I understand what's going on. Yep, and so you send it, right, and that's wonderful. But I don't even see this. This is not happening. I wonder why. Alright, so I have this. I'm going to make sure it works with PuTTY first. That should be around here somewhere. Apps. PuTTY. Alright, so this is a local telnet. Awesome. Then I can disconnect. Great. So, I'm going to try to connect with my other client here, which is this Unity client. Perfect. Start. It would be nice if I actually put some other console stuff in here. Console, the right line, connecting to 0, and this could be remote endpoint. Actually, just right. And then here, console.write, and we'll say connect it. And that's the only time we'll actually use write and suppose a right line. Alright, so hit play. It connects. Well, at least it gets to the callback. But then it does nothing else. Alright, so I'm going to push this under here. Alright. Awaiting data. So, yeah, so we're awaiting data, and then we're supposed to get here. Alright, who knows? Let's see what happens. Connecting, connect it, awaiting data. You're not doing jack. Sorry, this is the other one. Doesn't even say anything, anyone connected. Alright, let's take a deeper look at server. Listening to connections. Client connected from this and port. I don't even see that. Ah, come on. Why? Why won't it work? I feel like it should work. Alright, let's just make sure everything else is cool. Stream and TCP. Client. Stream and TCP. Let's just do address. Ah, yep. Fine. We'll just do address family dot enter network. And just do the same thing for server. I'm going to build this. Okay, I built both or all three projects, I guess. Client and server. Alright, cool. Delete that. Run the server. And run the client. Alright, something did not like what happened here. This protocol version is not accepted. What's the protocol? Alright, IP endpoints, IP address, IP address, I really don't know. IP address dot any. What's a loopback? I'm gonna just try this one. What? Alright, so that totally worked. Okay, not bad. So those are the bytes I'm sending. That's pretty good. You're disconnected. Alright, good deal. I really don't know. What if I just said right? Ah. Alright, you know what? I'm just gonna stop there. Nope, not working. What am I missing? Oh, response is blank here. Oh, okay. I'm not doing anything, am I? Yeah, I am. State.append. Let's try that. Yes, yes, that looks wonderful. Can you just continue? Input your password. 1. Alright, I sent something to server. Server, why don't you tell me when you send something? Very similar to when you receive something. Let's just do that. Yeah, console, that right line, received. It's really e.bytes transferred. Alright, that looks pretty good. Client socket, I don't have. But that is definitely in the works. Alright, good deal. Looking. Alright, good. I feel pretty good about that. What's 0? I'm just gonna say just this part, e-bytes transferred. Yes. Okay. Lordy schmorty. I'm gonna stop this. I'm gonna rebuild everything. Go here. Get the server running. Go here. Hit play. Let's take a look at both things happening at once. Cool. So you sent 57 bytes there. Test. So I see something's off. You're waiting for some other stuff. Not just that. So what else am I supposed to send? I think I gotta pen that ODOA thing. Okay. So what is data? Data is just... I guess that's the other thing I'm trying to figure out. Data is just a buffer, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know. I think you're just waiting for something. So these characters is what I'm trying to figure out. What are you? Like 2E. I guess it's ASCII, right? We're all doing convert from ASCII. So alright, let's figure out what those characters are. Let's do an ASCII table. ASCII table. Alright, 2E. Ah! I mean, I see it. It's right there. 2E is a period? What about OD? What is D? D is carriage return. Alright, so period carriage return, or carriage return A, which is what? New line. Yeah, right? Alright, what if I sent like this? What would happen? It's two different letters, yeah, okay, that makes sense. Dot, 2E, space dot. I really feel like I need that carriage return though. Yeah, we're not even running that code. Okay. I wonder what would happen if I added that. So if I did here, and I said this plus new line. That's not even right? Carriage return dot. I'm gonna try to do it backwards because I don't understand why that's 0. So like here, here, 0 is the dot and this is the carriage return. And then A is what, new line, right? So it's either like RN RN, right? So return new line. So this would be this is new line. RN or period R. Let's do RN. Let's see what happens if I just do that. If I send that. Alright. Now I'm going to do it the other way. What would happen? Alright, so the good news is it's at least seeing what it's supposed to be doing. Then it's receiving some crazy stuff. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. I think I know what's happening. We're encoding it to bytes, but really, maybe we should just send it as a string or something, because let me see what it looks like from Putty. Oh, Putty, wherever you are, you're not Putty. Here you go. Alright, so I'm going to say like test. Test. So it returns, oh, it sends a separate OA. Then it sends like this. I'm going to try these two things first. It's weird, like it sends data, then it sends the ODOA, and then it sends that. Okay. Don't know what to do here, so I'm just going to do a few sends. And what if I just do that first? Alright, server, you sent me something. I'm going to say test. West. Yep. Now let's just put lead. Nice. Test. Oh, this is great. It's working. Oh, I guess that other stuff before Telnet is supposed to clear the screen, but in, you know, in a DOS prompt, that won't really clear the screen. Makes sense. Okay, cool. So I'm in, and then I can say like get rect should only give me nothing. Did I type that in wrong? Yeah, I did. Get rect. There we go. It should just be Telnet test servers. And if I do test, I should say hello there. Awesome. Cool, cool. This is great. Yeah, that client's working. I mean, this one looks better though, because like it clears the screen when you do it. But I'm not sending this third format. So like I send this, but I'm on my client, I'm not sending this third one. And I wonder if that's good or bad. Alright, so let me just start straight from a blank area like this. Okay. And then I say the right password right away. Logged in, no junk data or anything. Amazing. Oh, unless that's my server code. It's gotta be my server code, because I'm only sending 2 things and I see it 3 times. Yeah, I think that's what's going on. It's got to be in my server code that's happening. The 2 received. Oh, because it receives here without anything. Okay. That makes sense. That looks good. So we got a Telnet server, a Telnet client. I have received happening twice here, just because it's out here and it's inside of all of these things. So something to look at, I guess, a little later. Cool. I like it. I like it a lot. So that's our client, basically. We start a client, and then we just get some input from the console, send the input, and send a carriage return in a new line. Nice. And then when we receive data, we just get it. But you know what? On the client, I might not say awaiting data anymore. So here, awaiting data, not really necessary. Kind of like that though, sent that many bytes. And same thing here on the server when we're sending stuff. Wherever I'm sending stuff. Here we go. Maybe a little higher. Alright, accept. Send. Yeah, sent. Don't need these quotations. Sent bytes to that person. Alright, good. Like it a lot. So there's our server. Oh wait, that's not our server. That's wrong. I don't know what you just connected to though. Alright, let's see. Go back to debug. This is our server. And I could just go back to the client. Here's a client. And then we can even do a putty instance. Local telnet. And this is a putty. Alright, cool. So we got putty, a command prompt, and this all happening at once. So leet is the password, so I can just type that in. That seems to be working fine. We logged in successful. And we can type in test, and it should say hello there. Hello there. But here, please enter your if I say test here, it's going to be like you're not putting in the right password. And I understand that. But then if I put 1337, it says logged in. And then I can say test. Hello there, and it's not doing anything with this. And then I could list clients here, which is nice. So here are all our clients, 1 and 2. And I can just like kill one of them, maybe kill 2. He's gone, awesome. But we need to, that's what we need to do next. And I'm not going to do it now, I might do it in a little bit. When we make another putty, so like putty gracefully leaves when you get disconnected, which is awesome. Don't know why it doesn't do the password right the first time, but maybe that's something else. Okay. Love it. But then look, I'm going to list my clients again, or just clients. And then I'm going to kill 1. It's been disconnected from the server, but it doesn't get killed here. So I'm going to try to send something, and it's going to freak out because it doesn't know what to do. Kill all. I wonder why that is. What does that mean? Cannot kick clients. That. Server, right quick, if you don't mind. No, program. Which I'm going to rename server. Program. Kill all. Yeah, that's another problem. Or actually kill alls. Yeah, that sounds good. I just put a space there. Alright, good deal. Okay, that looks wonderful. So cool, we got a server and a client, and so next time what we're going to do is figure out how to get the client to gracefully disconnect. Cool, I like it a lot. Okay, let's keep going here. And to keep going, let's do this. Alright, so we have uncommitted changes, so we're on episode 3. Let's go to our working directory. Here we go, Telnet clients. What are we doing here? Let me rename some things right quick while I'm here. So instead of program, let's make you server program. I know it's going to be very bad. I'm going to unload the project here. Yes, please. I can just remove it. New client. So this one where it's Unity network engine, I just want to make it Unity server. Yeah, I can remove this guy. If I ever need him, he's there. Alright, so Unity server, Unity client, Unity shared network. Alright, now I should be able to add him back maybe? Just go ahead and add an existing project, and it's going to be network engine, project settings, no, Unity network engine, Unity server, here we go. And you got your references too? Nice. Alright, what do we need and what don't we need from here? That's still all compiled just nicely. I'm trying to clean this up so I'm using just what I need. So fbuild, no problem. Alright, cool. So projects are cleaned up. I have a client, a server, and the shared network DLL. So far it's just pool in here, but I might move some of these stuff into this. Okay, looking good. So, alright. Created a working client. What do we need to do next? Gracefully disconnect client on server kick/disconnect, and to do what's the other to do thing we need to do? Oh, abstract telnet out of client and server CS. Cool. So that's what we'll be doing next time. So go ahead and check all that in. Nice. I'm glad it realizes that's all just moving. And bam! Should be it. Alright, everybody. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.